welcome to Pinch of Luck. Today we will be making a Mario question block. I'm so excited. I've actually done this before. I remember when I made this for my son's 5th birthday, and he loves Mario so much, and he wanted it so bad, and he loved it, and I had this little guy sitting on top of it. So we are going to make this into a cake. Today we will need a hand mixer, a mixing bowl, 2 cake mixes, which will double our other ingredients to 6 eggs, 2½ cups of water, 2/3 oil. I have a square 9x9 pan, a spatula, and for decorating we will need our white candy melts, some dark chocolate candy melts, 2 cans of icing. I have my gold coloring for the icing, a printout of the question mark, wax paper, and we will be using a foam paint roller and cornstarch. I will tell you about that later. It's very exciting. And I also have a little icing spatula. So let's get lucky. First we take our cake mix and we'll dump it in our bowl. We have our oil, water. I hope my bowl doesn't make a mess. 6 eggs. Got it. All right, now we can mix it up. All right, now that we are all mixed up, we can go ahead and pour it into our pan. Now this, like I said, was a 9x9 square. We are actually going to be making 3 of these so that they can pile on top of each other and be a complete block. Unfortunately, I only have one 9x9 pan, so I will be doing this 3 times. So I'm gonna separate my batter, and we will put this one in the oven and then do another one and another one. Ah! Again with the pan, I almost forgot the pan. And it's sitting right here. Okay, you wanna spray your pan. There, now I can pour it in. Estimate what will be 1/3 of this. We are gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 25-30 minutes, since it is the dark pan. On a regular pan, just put it in at 375 for the same amount of time. All right guys, we have our 3 cakes all done and baked and cooled. So now we get to make the frosting. I have a little gold here so we can make it nice and yellowish gold. So I'm just gonna take both tubs and throw it in and make them both gold. I'm not quite sure how many drops to use yet, so we'll just drop a few in and mix it up and see if we like the color. The nice thing about mixing up the icing is that it fluffs it up and gives it a little bit more volume, so we'll end up with a little bit more frosting. Okay, let's mix it up. Okay, it looks like that's pretty good. So let's start putting the cake together. So excited. I actually bought these squares over at Walmart. They're the Wilton 12x12 cake sheets that we can have a nice little platter for them to sit on. So let me open that up. We need to level off these cakes. So I'm going to set them side by side. So let's level them. We have our little leveler here. So we're just gonna shimmy, shimmy, shimmy all the way down. Okay, so we just grab the extra and just throw it to the side. Okay, now that they're all leveled, let's start stacking. Perfect. Okay, let's just put a little layer in here. Okay, got that layer. So this last layer we're gonna flip upside down so the top is nice and flat. Perfect. Then we do a little crumb layer. Spread it all over. Just a thin little layer. We don't want too much because we need it. Just to keep all the crummies away. Okay, so we got our crumb layer done. So we're gonna throw this in the freezer just for a few minutes just to let it harden and make it easier to work with. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got our cake out of the freezer and we're gonna put our last coat of yellow on, and then we get to decorate with our question mark. All right, right, now that we have smoothed it out as much as we can with the spatula, I'm gonna show you what the paint roller is for. This is the dense foam roller, unused, okay? That's key. So you're gonna take a little plate and a little cornstarch and dump the cornstarch on there. You're gonna take a dry foam roller and roll it a little bit in the cornstarch. Knock off the excess. Okay, make sure it's rolling really good. And you're just gonna roll your cake. It's gonna flatten out all your little wrinkles. Just keep reapplying your cornstarch and keep on rolling. Don't worry about the cornstarch being on the frosting. It will absorb in and it will not leave any taste. You can also use your finger dabbed in the cornstarch a little bit just to get those last details. All right, now that that's all flattened out, it is not as perfect as fondant, but for those of us who do not care for fondant so much, this is a perfect solution. So now we get to play with chocolate. We will be making our question mark for our cake. I got a template online. I will put the website down below. I think we're looking at this size right here. This was the medium size on their website. And even though it's not perfectly square, that's okay. We could have put another layer on there, but I didn't make another layer. So we need our white candy melts in a little bowl. So I'll put some in here and throw it in the microwave, and I will just put it in a Ziploc bag. Then we can just cut off the little tip and we'll just trace over that baby right there. So I'll be right back. All right, so I have my little baggie of my melted white chocolate, and we will take our little question mark and a piece of wax paper, lay it right on top there. We're gonna snip the corner of this bag and we can start making our question mark. And just fill it in. Don't worry, we'll get it cleaned up too. We're gonna have to. This is a little messier than I remember. So we're gonna take a little toothpick and we're gonna clean up the edges here. So as this hardens, we're gonna be able to kind of flatten it out a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. So it's like watching paint dry. So fold over your wax paper and I'm just kind of squishing it. Okay, so let's see how that worked. Ooh. I think it worked out pretty good. So we'll just peel it off here and we will place it on our cake. Squish it down into the frosting a little bit. Oh, that is so cute. Wow. So now for your dark chocolate, these are actually perfect circles. Don't need to melt them, don't need to do anything to them. Just stick them. So one goes on each corner. And there it is. Can't get much better than that. Because I just placed him right by the cake and he was my son's new toy for his birthday. I think we got lucky. All right guys, thanks for watching. This was super fun to make, of course. And we all love Mario. If you loved it, like it, subscribe to it, and share it. Thanks guys.